Good evening, and thank you for joining us. And as we come on the air tonight, the country is closing in on a stunning and sobering number, one that would have been hard to imagine just a few months ago. 200,000 deaths from coronavirus. And with cases and deaths once again on the rise, tonight President Trump is now saying there will be enough vaccines ready for all Americans by April of next year. Now, that's a timeline his own experts say is not realistic, as none of the companies developing vaccines have finished testing them. The continued confusion comes as the CDC is again changing its guidance on who should get tested for the virus after political appointees overruled government scientists and softened guidelines last month. Now, at the center of all of the back and forth, the looming presidential contest, now just 46 days away. Tonight, the election is entering a crucial new phase with in-person voting now underway in 4 states. Look at this. Voters in the Democratic stronghold of Northern Virginia waited upwards of 4 hours to cast their ballots today, a sign of what's to come this election season. We've got a lot of new reporting to get to on this Friday night, and our team of correspondents is standing by to cover it all. CBS's Paula Reid is going to lead off our coverage tonight from the White House. Good evening, Paula.
Good evening, Nora. The CDC's decision to revise its guidance about who should get a COVID test comes amid heightened concerns about the White House's political influence over the nation's top health agencies.
Tonight, despite there being no currently approved COVID vaccine, the president made a promise about when he can deliver one.
We expect to have enough vaccines for every American by April.
That's different than what CDC Director Redfield testified to earlier this week.
If you're asking me when is it going to be generally available to the American public so we can begin to take advantage of vaccine to get back to our regular life, I think we're probably looking at late second quarter, third quarter, 2021.
The conflicting messages over a COVID vaccine come as there are dire new developments. Compared to 2 weeks ago, infections are up in 16 states, plus D.C. and Puerto Rico, and the number of deaths have jumped in 10 states. His announcement came just hours after the CDC reversed its controversial guidance issued last month, stating that people who are exposed to the virus do not need to get a test if they have no symptoms. CBS News has learned that guidance did not go through the CDC's clearance process and was reportedly published over the objections of scientists.
This is basically an abuse of power. It's an overriding of science by politics.
The president has repeatedly argued that the country has a high infection rate because there is too much testing.
Because of all these tests, we have far more cases.
But the guidance issued today clearly states that anyone with close contact to a person with COVID should get tested.
Today, the president dodged questions about a report that the administration had intended to send masks to every American household, but instead sent them to nonprofit organizations and state and federal agencies. Nora?
All right, Paula Reid, thank you.